So I'm going to give you a quick update here while I'm waiting for something to happen. We are pushing our timeline. We're supposed to have a training at 6, and I'm still trying to configure the two PreSonus mixers to talk to each other unsuccessfully at this point. I know how to do it, I just haven't done it in a while, so it's just kind of refamiliarizing myself with it. We also discovered that the Cat5e cables that we had wired between the sequencer here in the stage rack and all the speakers, the inputs and outputs we wired backwards, so we have to change those. So Devin's been working on that. So far the sequencer is working, so that's good. We can turn power on to everything in sequence like it's supposed to, so that's good. We are not as far as we need to be, so that's the quick update. I'm going to keep working. It is the end of the day. I'm sorry it's such a short video. I had a lot going on today. We were trying desperately to get the systems ready for the training this evening. Didn't make it. We were having a connectivity issue between the two PreSonus units, the RML32AI, which is a stage, or it's a rack-mounted mixer, is essentially what it is. It's designed to be used with touchscreens, like iPads and tablets and touchscreen computers. But it does have the functionality, given the right firmware, to function as a stage box, and we were having issues getting the two devices to connect. We finally did after everybody left, but we're still not able to get sound from the stage back to the mixer, and I'm missing a gain, a preamp gain control on the mixer at the back, so I'm gonna have to look up tonight to see where that may have gone. But in the meantime, we did get the bulk of the HDMI matrix working and functional, so that's good. We got the iMac with the triple head to go connected, and we got the USB display as well. And something I realized is that we actually did not buy the multi-screen module for ProPresenter. That's unfortunate, so I'm going to have to look at purchasing that. The other thing is, what was the other thing? Sorry, I'm really tired. We did do a walkthrough with the people that did show up. I think there were about 13 or 14 people that showed up, and we ran them through what the pieces of equipment are, what they do, what the functionality they'll have. We answered their questions, and it sounds like we're going to be doing kind of training ongoing throughout the rest of the week. So the sequencer system is working and functioning properly. I still have those 3 speakers to finish terminating. I think I actually did one of them today, but that's how busy we've been troubleshooting this system. And everything is plugged in the back of the rack. I think I showed that to you yesterday. One of the really good things that we saw was this right here. This had been red, and if you're not familiar with the PreSonus, well, at least this product, that power LED changes color depending on what's happening with it. If it's flashing, that's bad. If it's solid, it means that it's functioning properly, but if it's red, it means that there's no control device present, and that's not good. So we were just about ready to call it a night and call up PreSonus or my supplier and say, you got to send us a new one because this thing just isn't locking in. And there's a way that you can use the buttons on the front during a boot process, you know, turning it on, and you hold down different buttons to get it to switch between a dynamic IP address or a static self-assigned. And I just made sure that it was a static self-assigned and then plugged in the right cable. We discovered that the two cables that we had run to connect the two devices had gotten labeled backwards, so that was helpful. But we ended up getting it working, but it's an intermittent connection, so I think the connector on this end in the rack needs to be re-terminated. So I'll do that in the morning. It was a lot of just head scratching today, you know, figuring out how stuff works. We had to download some drivers for those display adapters. I'm starting to work on figuring out how the drive rack works. I need to find, well, essentially I need some dedicated time to sit down with the manual and the RTA mic and just shoot the room and figure it out, but I need to finish soldering the other two speakers first and dressing those cables. So that'll probably be the first thing I do tomorrow, because once the speakers are set, then it only makes sense that the next logical step is to get that drive rack squared away, shoot the room, get it tuned, and then we can worry about getting audio all the way through the system. So it doesn't seem like we did that much today. We did, like I said, a lot of head scratching. We did a lot of figuring, and you know, it is what it is. My electricians got this camera cable. This is in the back hallway, so I'm on the side of the stage here, on the left side by the stage rack. So they got this cable pulled for the camera. That's actually kind of interesting that they have that hole. We'll have to ask them about that. And they also cut in here. So this is all power. So they're gonna figure out how to get power from there for the TV box, for the TV that's gonna go right here. Well, actually, looks like they've gotten power and signal, so that's good. On the other side here, so this is backstage, just kind of cool. So over here, they've got another camera to put up there, and then there's another TV that's going to go in here. So they're hoping to get that wired in tomorrow. So I'm sorry I'm not more energetic or smiley or excited. There was a lot of stress today and a lot of chasing down problems that shouldn't exist. So, and just, like I said, a lot of stress. So I'm pretty worn out. It's, let's see here. It's got to be after 10. Yeah, it's 10:30 at night. We haven't eaten dinner yet. So I think our blood sugar is pretty low. But, so, oh yeah, I got the subwoofers out. I could show you that. And I know that's a little dark, but Devin's doing his wrap up.
Switched out the carbs, there's 2 carbs.
Dual wrap ups.
Dual wrap-ups.
So we got the subwoofers out, and I got those all connected. I got the connectors done for those. Let me just run you through the rack here. So 1 and 2 are the leftmost stage box inputs. 3, 4, 5, 6 are the 4 inputs in the middle back stage box. 7, 8, 9, 10 is the far right stage box inputs, and then you have wireless handheld 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 17 and 18 are going to be the Audix wireless. Let's see, 19 and 20. Oh goodness. So 19, 20, let's see, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I gotta think about this. I think these are one-off. But anyway, I think 19 through 22 are the headsets, or the belt pack wireless. And then 23, oh yeah, these are one-off. So let's actually fix that right now while I'm thinking about it. Arr. There we go. That makes me feel better. Glad I caught that. You guys saw me catch a problem. So yeah, 19 through 22 are the wireless belt packs. 23 and 24 are the inputs from the frontmost stage box. And then 25 through 32 are the local inputs back at the booth. So that is where we're at. We, little by little, we just keep chipping away at it. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to get to the TVs, honestly, this time around. Those are kind of low priority for me right now, as I need to get this room locked in, squared away, people trained up, and I may have to send Devin home. Either, you know, he takes the car and I stay an extra day or two and I fly home, or I fly him home and I drive back. I'm not sure which way we're going to do it. But, oh, yeah, and then something I kept putting off was this wireless receiver. This is for their wireless podium mic. And I had known about it, but I kept forgetting to just put it in, and it's just been this empty spot. I mean, we had a blank plate over it, but I knew that it needed to be done. So other than that, oh, I know what else I can show you. I'll turn that off later. So one of the things that I needed to do was we have to get the robotic cameras mounted.
Am I turning this off or leaving it on?
You can turn it off. I'll show you guys how the sequence works tomorrow when I'm not as stressed. I started putting together the shelf for one of the PTZ cameras. So I got these lovely decorative brackets. And then, I know this looks a little weird. We are going to put, oops, sorry, that looks a little weird. We're going to put a one of these Unify from Ubiquiti APs, access point antennas, here on this piece, and then we're going to mount this vertically here, and then we're going to mount this to the brick wall right up there. So that'll actually be a little bit higher. So, and then on top of the board, right here, we're going to have the robotic pan tilt zoom camera. And then I have another shelf. We're not going to put an antenna on it, but I need to put the brackets on the other shelf, and I need to get these mounted tomorrow. So little by little, like I said, we're chipping away at it. It just feels like we're just plodding, and you know, for every step we take forward, we take 3 steps backwards, and it just feels like we're kind of treading water. So hopefully tomorrow we can have some breakthroughs. We can get some solid connection between those two PreSonus mixers, because honestly, we've been working on that for like 4 hours. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, appreciate you guys keeping up, and you know, I don't want you to, you know, get scared about, oh, install's so hard, it's so time consuming. Yes, it is time consuming. It absolutely is. But keep in mind that, one, this is an absolutely massive project. Replacing 4 complete systems is no small task. And I'm learning a ton. You know, I don't want you guys to think that I know everything and, you know, I'm know-it-all. So I'm learning a lot. I'm learning, specifically what I'm learning is, whoops, there we go, proper staffing, proper communication about realistic timelines and what it's going to take to get, such and such done. And then budgeting for that as well. Devin's learning a lot. I'm really glad that he's here to help me out. He's been, just instrumental in getting these speakers. I mean, just little stuff, that I just don't have time for. Wiring up the back of the HDMI matrix, making sure to go that extra step and say, hey, I don't really understand how the routing works here. So can you take an extra minute and explain, is this an in, is it an out? How does the signal flow work? That's good stuff. It's good stuff. So this is a 15-minute video. This is crazy. And I appreciate you listening to me just blabber on. And we will see you in the morning. Thanks for watching.